to Skylar Cole with that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, the Hawks, 7.5 games behind.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward. And for the Cavaliers, a loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Okoro in at the 3 slot. Here's Reza Shea. Back to Young. Evan Mobley with the rebound. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shams, of course, last season the Cavs beat the Magic in the playoffs. It was their first series win without LeBron going back to 1993, which is just mind-boggling. They're set up well, it seems, for the first time in a long time. What do you think?
They have so much young all-star talent in Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. It's been hard to build without LeBron James in the mix in Cleveland, but you have to give this Cavs front office a lot of credit. They've done a great job for setting up for right now and the future. They made bold trades, especially to bring in Jarrett Allen and Donovan Mitchell. They're set up well for the future.
We know they got a new coach, so it'll be very interesting. Now Young, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. He had a nice open look right there.
Look, it's like clockwork for this guy. Young could probably run the pick and roll in his sleep.
Mobley the pass to Mitchell. And Capella sends it back. Young looking around. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Stolen by Allen. Mitchell outside. The rebound by Johnson.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the field.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Young in the corner. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. They trail by 1. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Now Young, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Johnson. Atlanta again missing. Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Mitchell. The Cavaliers with another miss.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
He gets it in there. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have and more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Wade, he's checked in for Allen. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Okoro. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Roddy's checked in. Young against Garland. Wade, a screen on Young. The three from Garland. Rebounded by the Hawks. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, three of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. And both free throws good for Mobley. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early. Not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. A nice shot by LeVert. And that'll tie this game up.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Wallace, the pass to Roddy. LeVert grabs the miss. Cleveland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. The layup missed. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Ronnie taking a look at his numbers. He averages about 7 points a game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The jump hook. The shot by Okongwu, no good. To the paint, and now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball.
And people still talk about Mitchell being undersized. I think he's proven his athleticism more than makes up for that.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Mitchell drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Risacher. Atlanta again missing. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cavaliers ahead as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your, like I'm talking to my teenage daughter, what is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin, I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your off-season is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. Good job with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Wade for 3, and the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his first foul. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone.
Here's Okongwu. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Well, this has been a hot three-point shooting team, and it starts with their passing, moving the ball to get quality looks.
No good on that one. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Okay, everyone, look who's running onto the court. Your best powerhouse team.
Atlanta making a switch here. Nance is checked in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Garland, the pass to Wade. Kicks it out to Garland. Allen with the screen for Garland. Trying to get something going. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
Young against Garland. Beyond the arc. Young, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lets it go from the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's a 3-point Cavalier lead. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Here's Capella. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Pass to Wade. Cavaliers moving the ball around. LeVert kicks to Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Young from outside buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 5.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Allen finds LeVert. Outside Garland. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. Different look now for Cleveland. Oh boy, comes in for Dean Wade. And it's Mitchell in for Karis LeVert. .102 left to play here in the second quarter. Now Young. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Garland with it. Great D that time from Johnson. Hawks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Capella inside, guarded by Garland. They get it back from deep. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
Pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And looking at the Trailblazers matchup, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. Let's turn now to our featured game where Darius Garland has made a statement in the first half.
He's been looking for a shot early on, going right at the defenders and keeping them on their heels.
With the way he's played, it makes sense they'd want to keep looking for him. And I'm guessing that's the plan. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the three. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And that one's good. Daniels.
A shot Dyson continues to work on. When he's locked in from deep, he's tough to defend.
Garland, the pass to Okoro. Johnson against Mobley. And the layup's good off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Evan Mobley. Let's go. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Mobley outside. Allen a screen on Johnson. Mobley. Offensive rebound. Allen kicks to Garland. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Garland's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
Garland, so intelligent on the floor. The kind of player you want taking over in that pick and roll.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set. And there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And here's Young. 7 points in the game. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Okoro passes to Garland. Now Mitchell for the lead. It's hauled in by Trae Young.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Allen finds Garland. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. Over Young. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 15.
He can light up the night. Garland, no stranger to scoring in bunches.
And making his third All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill in elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch, Kevin, as any player in this league. With his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
And the Hawks with possession here. Darius Garland missing his last shot. No problems knocking that one down. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they left their defense in the locker room when they came back out.
Pass to Okoro. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. On the wing, Daniels. Capella with a screen on Mitchell. And that one's good. Daniels.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Okoro up top. Shoots over Reza Shea. Okoro's shot is off. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Pass to Young. Lets the 3 fly. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Okoro, defended by Young. Garland kicks to Mitchell. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. 52 seconds left in the third. Pass to Johnson. Here's Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's Garland picks one up. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
First free throw is good. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. George Niang, he's checked in for Mobley. Dean Wade comes in for Okoro. Karis LeVert's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Now, here is Young. Karis LeVert unable to get his last shot to go. Jacks up a 3. The kick out to Matthews. And he stays with it. They shoot again. And it's sent back by Allen. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
For three, Nance. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a way to punctuate the third quarter. They've got the lead, and they've got momentum.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Atlanta. They lead by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Matthews out there with Wallace. Then it's Nance. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Roddy in at the small forward. Here's Garland after the basket by Atlanta. Off target from three-point range.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Nance a screen on Garland. Wallace attacking. Okongwu, the pass to Roddy. Okongwu a screen. And here's Matthews from the arc. And the 3-ball is good. And now a 10-point Hawks lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Garland. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Now here's Wallace. Outside Matthews. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And it's LeVert missing. The Hawks leading by 7. Wallace looking for an opening. Okongwu with a screen on Garland. Wallace the pass to Okongwu. Here's Roddy. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
LeVert with it. In the corner, Okoro with it. Back to LeVert. Screen by Niang. Shot clock at 6. And it's LeVert missing. Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Wallace the pass to Roddy. For 3, Nance. And it's out of bounds. That was touched by Nance. A different look now for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for George Niang. Evan Mobley comes in for Dean Wade. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Karis LeVert. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, "You guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas." We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thanks, David. Mitchell outside. Garland against Young. Garland kicks to Mobley. Pass to Okoro. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Young outside. Johnson for three. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Okoro finds Mitchell. Cans it from downtown. Mitchell's got it back down to within single digits for Cleveland.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
Pass to Johnson. Capella sets a screen for Johnson. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now here's Okoro. Now Mitchell. He's covered by Daniels. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points, and he gets it back. Johnson kicks to Daniels. Pass to Young. Just 5 on the clock. And he lays it straight in. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Well, such a creative finish. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over him.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Mitchell left side. Good.
In a volume score, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
The Hawks leading by 7. Young pass to Johnson. Riesage with it. Here's Johnson. Young for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Well, you need to run Trey off of his shot. If Young gets into his jumper, it's normally going in.
Mitchell wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Allen kicks to Okoro. Clock at 6. Another shot. And Mitchell with the layup.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge. And if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Riesage with it. Covered by Okoro. With the drive. Pass to Capella. Over Allen. And here's Daniels. The 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Atlanta with the ball. Pass to Young. So the Hawks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. Trey, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're heading in the right direction.
Certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Trae Young.